When I appeal to God to speak to me, I'm feeling just as small and alone as you might be. But this is when, for no particular reason at all, I begin to shine.
What's up, everybody? It's Dawn, the Self-Esteem Queen, and I am back with another video because it has really been too long. I apologize for the inconvenience. Life has been happening. And so I just wanted to really just give my point of view on a few things that have been sort of on my mind and on my plate for the last few months. Often I have a lot going on, and I don't always get a time or a chance to do videos. And the last time I did a video in my car, I enjoyed it, so I said I was going to do it again. But most of the time when I'm driving, it's dark outside, because if you really know me, you know that I get up every morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I drive all the way down from the desert to LA where my office is, and I do that 5 days a week. So I drive to my office in the dark, and I drive home in the dark in order to avoid traffic. And so I'm gone from my house 20 or 21 or 22 hours a day, and then I'm working. So it's a lot going on. Plus I'm making candles for an awesome company called Light the Mood. If you guys haven't been to that website yet, you should definitely go check it out. Light the Mood. They have subscription candles every month. I make votives and container candles for them. So when I do have spare time, and I am still a mom, so that is my private life. Don't really have a public one, but anyway, so many things are happening and have been happening in my life that I just sort of want to touch on. And sometimes I try to keep my personal life offline, because I know that people that know me in real life, they actually watch my videos. But there are moments that I just have to say what I really want to say, and today is one of those days. So, people are so shady, and I really am starting to have a hard time being I used to be very confrontational. I was what was called a confrontational Christian, and I used to confront people that would just lie for no reason, or were causing the drama that they would come to me to complain about. But now I just find it, at 36, I just find it easier to walk away and not even have a conversation about it. I'm not here to change people, and some people are just really addicted to drama. Some people are addicted to doing what they want to do, even if it causes drama. And I'm not one of those people, nor do I really like to be around people like that. But I found here recently that I was around somebody like that, and actually, I felt bad or I felt guilted into doing stuff for this person, and I realized that the person could care less about me. I was doing it off the strength of somebody else, not even the actual person, but doing it off the strength of a mutual person. And I just started to feel really used and stuff. And let me just say this. If you're really my friend, you will not ask me to drive from hell to high water when you know that I do that already every day to come to my office. You would know that that's not something that I would really want to do, or something that I'm looking to do, or you just really wouldn't even ask me to do something like that. But for the people that ask me to do that, you have to be pretty darn special if I concede and actually drive through hell and high water for you. But the moment that you let me know that my time is just as disposable as the time that you waste in your own life, it's time for me to say goodbye. And I'm saying goodbye to a lot of people these days, and I think it's because I don't really have time to talk on the phone about drama that somebody can avoid by not giving in to their carnal desires all the time. It's difficult when people ask me for things, especially monetary things, because they always know that I have it. But it's like, yeah, but I also retired my mom last year. I'm paying every single one of the bills in my household. I live in a house, not an apartment. I have bills and a couple of car notes. Oh, I have twins. They eat all organic food. So, you know, I don't know why we think that my money is dispensable, but your money can be used on weed and getting your hair done and stuff like that. I'm through with people like that. So, that's really all I have to say about that. How come this is like my 4th time trying to record this video, you guys? I'm trying to record a video, driving down the street looking for a new dentist, just left from getting gas. I try to fit it all in my little 20 hours, 22 hours a day that I'm gone from my house. I really try to just get it in. Some days I do really well, and, well, today's one of those days, though. And trying to get back to my office now so I can get a little bit of stuff done, because I have somewhere to go in like 20 minutes. Don't worry about where I'm going. Just know I have somewhere to go in about 20 minutes. Gonna go have some rest and relaxation, and then go back to the office to complete the other half of my day. If you guys don't, if you're an entrepreneur especially, and you work long hours like me, I would definitely suggest that you take the time to, I would suggest that you take the time to break your day up, break it up into different portions, different parts. So super important. I can't even stress it enough. It's so super important. Anyway, so why am I about to pass by Tito's Tacos? No, and I can't have no taco. I can't have no taco. I can't have a taco. So I'm on a little regimen right now. I'm on a regimen. Anyway, just wanted to come to you guys and tell you a little bit about what's going on in my life right now. Let you guys know how the twins are doing. They're excellent. No, in 2015, I will not be posting more pictures of my twins online, as somebody asked me, because there are too many sexual predators that take pictures of little kids that are innocent pictures, and they put them into a shared drive where pedophiles trade them amongst each other like baseball cards. So we won't be putting any pictures of the twins up, but they're doing wonderful, thriving, and happy, and very mannerable. Everything that I would want in a child, right? And I have two. So for people that are asking about my mom, she's doing wonderful, enjoying her retirement. Until I retired my mom. Well, first let me say that was a goal of mine, to retire my mom. And I work 3 times as hard now because I want to make sure that my mom is okay. So for people that have been asking about her, she's doing wonderful. She doesn't have to go and have her work sabotaged anymore, and She doesn't have to be reprimanded for being a whistleblower for the Department of Veterans Affairs. So I'm a happy camper. I'm still at this whole gone from my house 20 to 22 hours a day thing, and it's working out. You know, it could be better, but it sure could be worse. So looking to move soon. I think I am driving and I got lost. I'm supposed to be one place, but I don't think that I'm at the place that I'm supposed to be. I'm lost. I'm lost, y'all. Anyway, so I did have a bit of melancholy news, because, you know, with life comes death. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that several years ago, this hasn't been several, like 3 or 4 years ago, my grandfather had a quadruple bypass heart surgery, and at that time he was given 6 months to live. My grandfather has exceeded those expectations, but now he's getting towards the point where any day now he'll be transitioning, and he's at home. His kidney function is almost gone, and so we're just trying to make him as comfortable as possible. You know, but I wouldn't be myself if I didn't come on here and talk about the dysfunctional family members that I have that are upset that my mother, the oldest, has taken the time to prepare my grandfather's going away celebration. So my grandmother is Jehovah's Witness. None of my uncles are Jehovah's Witness. And my grandfather was not a baptized Jehovah's Witness. But he is a veteran. And my mom planned his funeral, or his memorial service, at the, you know, like, veteran cemetery. It's sad how when people are about to pass, you know, like matriarchs and patriarchs of families, that people just start acting all crazy and out of, like, control and stuff. Which is basically what has happened with my uncles. Now, you guys, if you've been following me, right, and if you haven't, this is all new information, and just absorb it. So my uncle, my mom's brother, molested my sister and I. He already admitted it to the whole family. His wife is still in denial because she's been with him since he was like 15, 16, and he's like in his 40s now. And he still molested us. But anyway, it's amazing how my family ran to protect him once he admitted that he was a child molester, so that he didn't have to go to jail. But my mom is doing something just, and they all want to come out and say, you know, that my mom doesn't have a right to plan this or do that. She's not in charge, and actually she is. And, you know, there are some things I can't say to my family members because, you know, I'm the black person in my family. But, you know, is it me, or did my mom give up her life for 10 years to move out to the desert to take care of her parents when her brothers were living their lives and are still living their lives now? You know, there's always those family members that are really just waiting to collect pots and pans and, you know, big screen TVs and stuff like that. These are the same people that are, you know, just waiting to kind of like get together and tell my mom, you know, you're not in charge. Well, guess what, guys? Not only does my mom not want to be in charge, okay, but she's going to relinquish it all to you guys as soon as my grandfather passes. And then you guys can take care of everything that pertains to my grandmother and be okay with it. So I need to get that off my chest, you guys, because I hold a lot in. And I ride for very few people in this world, but one of them is my mother. I don't like or appreciate people disrespecting my mother. So right now, you know, my mother and I haven't been helping my mom as long as she's actually been out in the desert, but my mom has been taking care of her parents for like the last 8 to 10 years, selflessly. And a week ago today, my grandfather came over to the house to visit. So I've made the decision since he's declining rather rapidly, I've made the decision not to go over there. Now, mind you, I only live 6 minutes away, but I've just made the decision not to go over because, first of all, I don't want to go tell my grandfather goodbye. He's 94, but he's coherent, and in my mind, I don't want to go to him and tell him, well, you're about to die, so let's have our final conversations. That's what my relatives are doing now. They're the same ones that haven't been there and that have been living their lives are now going over one by one. And I could imagine, seeing as though he's coherent, that it must be pretty difficult to know that everybody's just kind of coming to you to say goodbye. And you haven't went anywhere yet, but everybody's coming to you to say goodbye. And it just must be, rather difficult to deal with. People are so rude. It must be rather difficult to deal with. And, I've had my moments of tears, you know what I mean? But I just saw my grandfather last Wednesday, and I have spent the last 5 years assisting my mom with my grandparents, and so I am sad, but I won't be participating in the fuckery that's called my dysfunctional family. And I know you guys rarely hear me curse and stuff like that, but my family is the epitome of dysfunctional, and that's probably all I'm going to say about that, because I'm trying really hard not to get real buck with these people and, get all straight out of Compton on them. But I'm not going to take too much more of this disrespect to my mom type stuff. Especially because my mom has helped all of her brothers. She's the oldest, 4 brothers, and she's helped every single one of them. And the one in particular that's being a total asshole to my mom has helped him and his dysfunctional life and illegitimate children and for years. And he called my mom the other day and started cursing my mom out on a phone that I pay the bill on. I don't play that shit. Like, I don't play that shit. Like, for real. I don't play that shit. So, that's just a little bit of what I've been dealing with. Sometimes you just gotta choose to say fuck dysfunction, and you really have to, be aggressive with it, because if you're not, dysfunction will come and then your dumb ass will be there answering. Stop answering for dysfunction. I don't answer for dysfunction. Okay? Likely, people will want to start dysfunction with me after my grandfather passes, and I'm going to politely decline the invitation. And I think I want to go back to life coaching, but I'm only going to coach certain people who are really ready to make a change in their life. But I just see too many people that I'm running away from in my personal life because they're consumed with dysfunction in their life. And I don't want to be an active participant, nor do I want to be the average of the dysfunction that they're choosing to deal with. So I feel like I need to probably give some boot camps again on, ridding yourself of dysfunctional people, because too many people are dealing with them. So that's all for right now. Probably had more to say, but I'll save it for another video, and I will really work on doing more videos. That's all I got, though. Love you guys. Bye. So I just basically want everybody to know what I go through every single night as I am coming home See, I have to stay in the city until 8:30 at night, even though I leave the house at 3:30 every morning. And you would say to yourself, oh, well, then you must not face any traffic on the way home. Wrong. Do you see all of this? I just want you to look at all of this. And I need you to understand that it goes all the way up that hill. And so there's like major construction happening right now, like major construction. And every single night, it's 9:58 by the way, but every single night, every night, now, every night, not complaining, just explaining.
When I appeal to God to speak to me, I'm feeling just as small and alone as you might be. But this is when, for no particular reason at all, I begin to shine.